Michael, you can't go more than a few days without talking about Marvel Rivals. We
Mm-mm.
have a little bit more information now. More heroes are reportedly coming to Marvel Rivals, and this includes Professor X. Now, Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming writes, following the launch of Marvel Rivals Season 1, several new heroes have been found within the game files, including Professor X. The findings come courtesy of dataminer XOX Leak on X, who has allegedly found references to 5 new heroes within the game files. The 5 heroes potentially coming are Professor X as a support, Jia Jing as support, Paste Pot Pete as damage, Colossus as tank, and Locus as support. And I'm not terribly familiar with all of those characters, but, well, it is currently unclear when, or even if, the heroes will come to the game. The findings following Season 1 update do suggest that they are being developed as of time of writing. Whether or not they'll eventually come to the game remains to be seen. But recent findings mean that around 15 unreleased heroes in Marvel Rivals have now been found, giving the developers ample content to release in future seasons. Some of them include Angela, Hitmonkey, Deadpool, of course, Captain Marvel, of course, Emma Frost, Phoenix, Jean Grey. I think that has to be there. I'm not sure how you square that lore-wise, but as of January 2025, 37 playable characters have been officially announced. Following the launch of Marvel Rivals Season 1, the game hit 644,000 concurrent players, the highest player count in the game's history. Announced at the end of December 2024, Marvel Rivals achieved 20 million unique players combined. The characters have not yet risen to that number, but it is only a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting in that direction, right? We just got the first half of the Fantastic Four. We're going to get the Thing and Human Torch sometime later this season, and now we've already got 5 new heroes. And I think the big one that you talked about, Scott, is Professor X. Just lore-wise, how do you fit that? I think he's got to be in the game. I think he'll be a smash hit. I think the struggle is lore-wise in a game with a ton of mobility. If you've played Marvel Rivals, even if you played Overwatch, you know you have characters like Venom who are flying around the map. The game moves at a pretty quick pace. How do you fit a Professor X in this game lore-wise, right? He's got to be in a wheelchair. Is it going to be like one of those powerful heroes, but he's slower and everyone's going to play around him? But then you've got escort maps, and it's like, can you play him on a map where you have to move a point in a certain amount of time? I think that's the one that I'm really interested to see. How do we get Professor X in the game and keep it lore accurate, keep him in a wheelchair, but make him so it doesn't feel out of place, unless there is kind of that, like, hey, he's super, super powerful, but he can't move as quick, and there's that trade-off. That's the one I'm very excited for. As you mentioned, I'm shocked it took this long for Deadpool. I really thought right after Wolverine and Deadpool came out, I thought Deadpool would be a launch character. So, as you
Absolutely.
said, we're nearing that. There's 20 million possibilities in the Marvel Universe of characters they could play. So, I'm excited. Professor X has me pumped, and then just Paste Pot Pete seems like the next Jeff the Landshark, a character that probably very few people know anything about, but if he has some just quirky abilities, he can absolutely stick. It's just kind of that next meme hero that everybody falls in love with.
Jeff the Landshark definitely caught my eye, but I'm the outsider. I've been waiting for X-Men myself, and Professor X and Colossus is a great first step in that direction.